Should you get a job at McDonald's or Starbucks or pushing trolleys? I don't think so. There's a lot of other jobs out there. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about 6 different jobs that you can do to earn a higher wage, whether you're in your teenage years, whether in your 20s, or you're looking for a side hustle to make more money. Now, some of these jobs are going to take some upfront effort and work, but with a little bit of time and a little bit of training, you can get there and start earning more money. I clearly remember starting out on our investing journey, looking to save money for a deposit, and it's not easy. So earning $30 an hour plus can make a real difference if you're looking to save a deposit. Some of these jobs you can also pick up on the weekend. By making this active income, you can then build up more cash reserves to then go and invest that money and start creating passive income. Now, to preface this, so I'm not gas bagging and just coming up with random jobs, I've actually done several of these jobs myself, and I can recommend them based on personal experience. I wouldn't want to recommend anything to you that I hadn't really done myself, so I've done a lot of these jobs and earned over that $30 an hour mark and made significant cash savings throughout doing some of these gigs. So the first one on my list is to become a tutor. Whether you're in high school or you're at university or you're actually working a day job, becoming a tutor in a field that you're really experienced in can bring in quite a high hourly rate. For example, you could tutor in music or in singing or in guitar playing. I've actually tutored in guitar playing and the hourly rate was around that $50 an hour. And if you build up your customer base and go digital, it means you might not even have to leave your home to go and offer these tutoring services. Now, tutoring in person might suit a lot of people, so you may have to drive to locations, but you can charge for your time and for your fuel, and so recover those expenses. So what skills do you have to potentially become a tutor? Maybe you're good at mathematics, you are doing a business course at university and you teach that to other students. There's lots of options out there. Whether it's sport, cultural, or academic, I'm sure there's something out there that you're good at and you could teach others the same for an hourly fee. Now, this leads me into job number 2, which I've actually done myself for several years. I was doing this job for about 3 to 4 years. While other people were working 20 to 30 hours a week to earn the same money as me, I was working 8 to 10 hours a week, earning quite a strong wage. And this job was working as a swimming teacher. Now, I'd also add in there that lifeguards are paid very similar to swimming teachers. It is a job that is intensive, but you do get remunerated for that work. You'll earn somewhere between around $30 to $35 an hour teaching kids to swim. Now, you don't need to be a super strong swimmer to become a teacher or a lifeguard. You just need to be competent and you need to be able to teach others the basics. So I did this for several years, earned quite a strong wage, and it allowed me to really enjoy and find a balance during my university in terms of saving up cash. And that's exactly what I did. I was able to save around $5,000 a semester, so $5,000 every 6 months. What ended up happening is because I was earning this wage, I was able to pay for my university by becoming a swimming teacher, and I didn't end up with a HECS debt at the end of uni. The next job is more into what I'm doing today, and that is becoming a content writer or a creator. Documenting your journey on YouTube or writing blog posts for other people or getting into that content space can earn you quite a lot of money. There's a lot of advertising revenue that can be derived by creating your own blog posts, your own podcasts, your own YouTube channel, and you could do that for yourself, or you could work for someone else as a content writer or creator to help them in their ventures. Now, you'll definitely want to have a passion for content creation or writing. Otherwise, this is going to be quite a difficult job to sustain. And you need to be consistent. You need to build up your own customer base. You need to reach out to people to assist them with their services or their products or their content. Or if you're creating your own, it does take quite a while to build up your base. Now, our YouTube channel has grown slowly over time. It took us quite a long time to reach 1,000 subscribers and then 5,000 subscribers. And our next goal is that 10,000 subscriber mark. But through consistency and adding value on a regular basis, people continue to come back, and that's how you can build your base as a content creator. So if you're willing to stick at it, you'll see your revenue grow over time, and you can get spin-off revenue through affiliate marketing or promoting products that you also use. Now, from digital nomads to the complete opposite, the next job on my list, number 4, is becoming a laborer. Now, you're probably rolling your eyes, but if you want to go earn good money, you could earn $35 to $50 an hour doing some hard yakka. It could be rubbish removal, it could be renovations, it could be painting. There's lots of jobs out there. There's definitely work out there if you want to move into the building space. Now, I do renovations myself. I get my hands dirty. And I even, drag Emily into those situations as well. And we've earned really good money when you look at the equity and growth we've created in our property portfolio by doing our own renovations. Now, you might not have the money to buy a property and undertake a renovation to add value and create equity, but you could work with someone as a laborer to understand the skills and trades involved and how you can add value in some areas, and also what areas you should leave for your sparky and your plumber and those other licensed trades. I think this is a really great space for people who want to work hard and earn their money, earn their keep, and learn throughout the process if you're interested in building and construction. Now, I don't think you want to injure yourself or overwork yourself, but if you're willing to put in some hard work, then this process can be both knowledge and skill building as you earn quite a high hourly rate. Now, the next job on the list actually gave me quite a lot of resilience, and I think it actually turned me into the person I am today in terms of my business, in terms of my life. And this was refereeing. Now, I didn't ref in the UK, thankfully. For UK football, they have quite rough crowds. But here in Australia, we like to give people a bit of shtick. And as a 15 or 16-year-old, I was a referee. I was a half-decent referee, and I refed quite high-level soccer games for younger age groups. But this paid really well. I got around $50 to $100 a game, which worked out to be something like $40 to $60 an hour, depending on the time of games. Now, refereeing is quite high paying, but you also have to be wary of rough parents and people who want to put you down and yell and scream at you. So you've got to be willing to take that and get the higher pay in return. I think it's quite character building. I definitely felt like my character got built throughout that process. Being able to take that feedback, whether it was genuine critical feedback or just negative feedback in general, it gives you more resilience as a person, and you earn decent money throughout the process. And as a bonus, you get fit. So if you want to earn $40 to $50 an hour and you've got some spare time on your weekends, maybe look at reffing a sport you're interested in. It doesn't have to be soccer games. It could be rugby league, rugby union, AFL, netball, the list goes on. There's lots of sports and activities out there. So if you want to earn a bit of extra coin on the weekends and build up your savings, then maybe taking on that gig or that job would suit you. Speaking of gigs, I actually used to be a professional musician for several years in that university period as well. So I was swimming teaching and also a professional musician who played at pubs and bars on the weekends for quite a hefty fee. Now, I'm not actually going to recommend becoming a musician because that's a skill that not everyone has. But what I can recommend is the speaker hire business or the equipment hire business. Whether it's jukeboxes, whether it's speakers and music equipment or jumping castles, there's higher price point or higher ticket items that you can get into. And these are basic businesses that people want to use. Now, what I'd recommend there is that you also offer delivery and setup. So as part of a round out fee for around $150 to $200, I would rent out my speaker equipment on any given weekend and drop it off and set it up, which means I knew it was set up correctly, and then come and collect the speaker gear the next day or two. Now, this is going to require an upfront investment. You might need to spend $1,000 or $3,000 buying the equipment you need, but for a couple of grand you can get in, you can build your marketing material, you can hand out flyers, you can put up Facebook ads and start building your business. And as you generate cash flow, you can get more clients and continue to buy more equipment. Now, whether you do this with speaker hire, with jumping castles, jukeboxes, party equipment, there's lots of different avenues or industries, especially around that event space, that you could look to create this income from. What I would recommend if you're looking to get into the equipment game is that you have the right vehicle to deliver the equipment and that you take a bond to ensure that any damage is covered when you're renting out your equipment. The biggest thing people appreciated in this business was that I was delivering the goods, setting them up and making sure everything was a-okay. And I'll get around that $200 or $250 for a couple of hours on my time on the weekend. So it worked out somewhere between $40 to $100 an hour, depending on the location, depending on the setup. But it was quite good pay for the time. So this could be your early venture into creating your own business, and you could spin off the back of this business more products and services as you grew your client base. Now, the last high-paying job for people in their teens or 20s or people looking to make more money is to actually get a career-related job. Lots of people starting out go work at McDonald's or Starbucks or pushing trolleys, which are very low-skilled labor jobs. These other jobs that we talked about have some type of skill gap you've got a competitive advantage in, and or they require a little bit of training to get into. But because of that little bit of time and upfront effort, you get a much higher pay off the back of it. This is the same with getting a career-related job. You might take $25 or $30 an hour in this job, but if it sets you up for the long term, helps you build a network, it helps put your name out there and get some experience on your CV, this can really contribute to you earning more money over a longer period of time. It will also allow you to use this experience as leverage to get other jobs. You can say, I've worked in this location with these people in this area, and this relates to this new job I'm applying for. Now, I know a lot of this sounds like hard work and effort, but it can absolutely pay off. My wife and I started from scratch. We got married and had about $5,000 in our bank account, but together, working hard with these side hustles, with building our careers and our day jobs, we were able to save our first deposit and get into the property market. We were then able to add value to those assets, draw equity, and continue this process and build a snowball to enable us to build over a $5 million property portfolio. So if you're interested in seeing the numbers as to how Emily and I created over $50,000 passive income by the age of 27, make sure you click this video over here. Thanks for sticking around. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.